without screening. Allegation March 16th, in the town of Barnstable, one count of murder. Not guilty pleas are being entered at this time on your behalf.
All right, Mr. Green, you have the right to have a lawyer represent you. Counsel has been appointed to represent you on this case. I'm required to advise you that if you're charged with any new crimes while this case is pending, you could be held without bail on this case. So the Commonwealth is asking for that the defendant be held without bail.
That is
all right. Can I hear a little bit about the case?
Yes, on March 16th of this year.
Sorry to interrupt, but we are stipulating we have an agreement without prejudice. My client will have the right to know about this.
Okay. Is that
We do, yes.
all right? Is there anything you want to put on the record about the case?
Judge, I'm happy to give the court just some preliminary
Yeah,
facts about the case. So on March 16th at approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, Barnstable police received several 911 calls regarding a shooting on North Street parking lot behind Pyramid and Cape Cod, located at 408 Main Street, Hyannis. When officers arrived, they observed a male lying on his back in between two parked cars with what appeared to be a gunshot wound to his face. Officer also located one spent shell casing and one live round of ammunition near the victim's body. The victim was identified as Tony Johnson. While officers worked on Mr. Johnson, they began participating in life-saving measures. He was transported to Cape Cod Hospital, where he ultimately was declared deceased at approximately 1:30 in the morning. While officers were performing life-saving measures, they also received information that there was a dark-colored pickup truck traveling at a high rate of speed heading into the town of Yarmouth. They further received information that that truck was parked at a convenience store parking lot. That information came from a 911 caller who was identified as this defendant's wife in the seat in the passenger seat of that car. When police arrived in Yarmouth, they found the truck, they found the passenger door open to the vehicle and the passenger side was empty. A female was standing at the rear of the car, motioning to officers towards a firearm that was located on the ground. In the driver's side of the car, with his hands up in the air and sobbing, was the defendant Victoria. Police then secured the firearm that was located on the ground outside of the truck. They then approached the defendant. They asked him if he was all right, and he stated he believed he was. They observed a reddish liquid which appeared to be blood on his facial area and asked him if he had had a bloody nose, and he stated he had not. He stated he was not punched and he wasn't aware of any injuries or anything that he had. After officers secured the defendant, they then went through a search of the car to make sure there were no additional firearms. They did locate 3 boxes of ammunition in the center console. Officers then transported this defendant back towards the police station. In transit, he was suffering from what appeared to be a medical emergency that was, they were concerned for an overdose. He ultimately was transported to the hospital before he brought back to the police station. Officers did a preliminary investigation, spoke to several witnesses, where they learned that the victim, Mr. Johnson, was behind Puritan and was urinating next to a car. He had exposed himself to this defendant's wife, at which point the defendant then shot Mr. Johnson in the head. These facts were ultimately confirmed by the defendant's wife.
All right, so the agreement is that Mr. Green be held without bail, without prejudice. So we'll schedule this for a probable cause hearing date, or where do you want to put it on?
We got that different date that I just asked for. I'm sorry. Yeah. Have a moment, Judge.
Sure.
April 7th,
April 7th?
please.
All right, April 7th for probable cause, the defendant's held without bail.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Now, probable cause.